Hello, good morning to everyone. In previous class, we'll derive the formula for apparent frequency as received by the observer according to Doppler effect. So, according to Doppler effect, the apparent frequency received by the person n dash is equal to general formula V minus V naught by V minus Vs into n. This is the general formula for apparent frequency received by the person. Here, V naught is equal to velocity of the observer, V is equal to velocity of the sound in the medium, Vs is equal to velocity of the source, and n is equal to the real frequency of sound emitted by the source. Again here, to apply this formula into the problems, let us follow some sign conventions. According to this, always sound velocity is taken from source to observer along the line joining them. Sound velocity is always taken from source to observer. Suppose if the velocity of the observer and source along the direction of the sound are taken as positive, opposite to direction of velocity or velocity of sound are taken as negative. For example, V0 and Vs, these two are along the direction of velocity of this sound, then these two are taken as positive. V0 and Vs, they are taken opposite to direction of sound, these two are taken as the negative. So these are the sign conventions followed in Doppler effect. Now what are the limitations of Doppler effect? Doppler effect can be limited, means it is not applicable for some cases. In which case, if the source and observer both are at rest, then Doppler effect is not applicable. In that case, n dash is equal to n. Apparent frequency is equal to actual frequency. There is no change in frequency of the sound received by the observer. Suppose if the source and observer, they are moving perpendicular to the line joining the source and observer. In that situation also, Doppler effect is not applicable. Suppose if the velocity of the observer and velocity of the source, they are far greater than velocity of sound. In this situation also, Doppler effect is not applicable. So these are the main three parameters in which Doppler effect is not applicable. Right? Okay. Again, one more application. Say for example, let this is the source and this is the observer. Sound velocity is taken from source to observer, which is equal to V. Let the source is moving towards the observer with a velocity Vs. Observer is moving towards the source with a velocity V0. What is the formula for apparent frequency of the sound as received by the observer? Here, Vs is along the direction of sound. That's why Vs is equal to positive. V0 is just opposite to V. That's why it is taken as negative. Now, n dash is equal to V minus V0 by V minus Vs into n. That is V minus V0 negative, minus of minus plus, V plus V0 by V minus Vs is positive, minus into plus minus, V minus Vs into n. This is the formula for apparent frequency of the sound received by the observer. In the same way, let the source and observer are moving opposite to each other along the same line. This is the direction of velocity of the sound. It is velocity of the observer. Sound velocity is always taken from source to observer V. In this case, Vs is just opposite to V. That's why it is taken as negative. V0 is taken as positive. Therefore, the apparent frequency n dash is equal to V minus V0 by V plus Vs into n. V plus Vs into n. This is one more application. In the first case, source and observer are approaching to each other. In the second case, source and observer are receding away from one another. So the next one, the one more concept or one more application. Let us consider a source is moving in a circular path. Right. Let here, this is a circular path. Radius of the path is equal to capital R. O is the center of the circle. Source is moving along the circumference of the circle, which makes a noise or which emits a sound. Or a person who is whistling and also moving along the circumference of the circle with a constant angular velocity omega. Omega is the angular velocity of the source along the circumference of the circle. Also here, this is the position of the observer. That means the observer is standing far away from the center of the circle. Far away from the center of the circle. The radius of the circle is equal to capital R. Now let us consider this point is equal to A. Diametrically opposite point is B. So this point is equal to C and this point is equal to D. A, B, C, D are any 4 points on the circumference of the circle. So as the body is going along the circumference of the circle, velocity at any instant will be along the tangent drawn on the circular path at that point. Suppose here, let the source is moving along the circumference of the circle. Its linear velocity can be represented by Vs is equal to R omega. Vs is equal to R omega. At A, its velocity is along the tangent drawn on the circle at that point. It is Vs. Also at C, it is Vs. At B, Vs. And also at D, it is Vs. Now here, let the source is lying at the point C as well as at the point D. Means apparent frequency received by the person NC is equal to N. ND is also equal to N. Why? Because Vs, velocity of the source, is perpendicular to line joining the source and observer. In that situation, there is no Doppler effect. NC is equal to N. ND is also equal to N. In both the situations, velocity of the sound is perpendicular to line joining the source and observer. Next again, at A, so clearly observe this. If the observer is far away from the center of the circle, at the point A, maybe it appears to the source is moving away from the observer. Sound velocity is taken from source to observer, which is equivalent to V. Vs is opposite to sound velocity, that's why Vs is taken as negative. Observer is at rest, means V0 equal to 0. Therefore, Na is equal to general formula V minus V0 by V minus Vs into N. V minus V0 equal to 0 by V minus Vs. Here Vs is opposite to sound velocity, so Vs is taken as positive. That means V plus Vs into N. This is the minimum frequency received by the person because Vs is opposite to sound velocity. Suppose at the point B it is observed that sound velocity and also source velocity both are in the same direction. That's why Vs is taken as positive. Therefore, apparent frequency of the sound received by the person NB is equal to V by V minus Vs into N. So by observing these two equations, Na will be, it is minimum, and NB will be maximum. It is the maximum frequency received by the person and this is the minimum frequency received by the person. Means if the source is at B, the frequency, apparent frequency of the sound received by the person is maximum. If the source is at A, apparent frequency received by the person is equivalent to minimum. Now what is the difference between maximum and minimum frequencies as received by the observer? Difference. Suppose here Na is equal to, maximum is V by V plus Vs into N. Minimum frequency NB is equal to V by V minus Vs into N. Now the difference is NA minus NB is equal to NA minus NB. లేదా this is equal to N maximum minus N minimum is equal to N maximum is equal to V by V plus Vs into N minus N minimum is equal to V by V minus Vs into N. So V into N, it is common in both the terms. 1 by V plus Vs minus 1 by N maximum means N maximum at B apparent frequency will be maximum. That means difference between maximum and minimum means NB minus NA. N maximum minus N minimum. At B it is V minus Vs and this is at V plus Vs. So here V minus Vs 1 by V plus Vs, that is equal to V into N into LCM this ikkada V plus Vs minus V plus Vs by A plus V into A minus V, V square minus Vs square, minus V plus V cancel, that is Vs plus Vs is equal to 2Vs, 2Vn into Vs by V square minus Vs square. Also it is here Vs is far less than and compared with velocity of sound, that's why its value can be neglected. Therefore difference between maximum and minimum frequency is nearly equal to 2NV into Vs by V square, square and V cancel. So this is equal to 2N into Vs by V. Also here Vs is equal to, what is it, R omega. R into omega is also can be replaced by 2 pi f. Here f is equal to frequency of rotation of the source on the circular path. N be the frequency of the sound emitted from the source. Please remember the difference between N and F. N be the frequency of the sound emitted from the source. F is the frequency of rotation of the source on the circular path. So by substituting this value in this equation, let us find the difference between maximum and minimum frequency, which is equal to 2N into Vs is replaced by 2 pi f in by V, that is equal to 4 pi N into F by P. 4 pi into N into F by P. Right? Okay. See here. Next, there are some problems for Doppler effect of sound. First problem is a source generating circular waves on the surface of a lake. The pattern of wave crests is shown in the figure. The speed of the wave is 5.5 meter per second and crest to crest distance is 2.3. Crest to crest distance means it is nothing but lambda. You are in a small boat heading directly towards S at a constant speed of 3.3 meter per second with respect to shore. What is the frequency of the waves do you observe? Let here this is the situation. At this point some disturbance will be produced so that circular arcs or circular crests will be moving away from the source like this. It is the boat or it is the person. Let the person is moving towards the source with some velocity and observer velocity is equal to V0. Sound velocity is taken from source to observer, which is equal to V. Source is at rest means V0 equal to 0. V0 equal to 0. Therefore here it is given V is equal to 5.5 meter per second. What is V here? The source is generating waves such that speed of the wave on the circumference of the speed of the wave on the surface of the water is equal to 5.5 meter per second. Lambda is given by 2.3 meters. Then source is at rest means Vs equal to 0. Therefore V0 is equal to, it is also given 3.3 meter per second. Now the frequency of the sound emitted from the source is given by V by lambda, which is 5.5 by 2.3. Now the apparent frequency received by the person N dash is equal, general formula enti, V minus V0 by V minus Vs into N. v minus of minus v naught, because observer velocity is opposite to sound velocity. V naught negative, v plus v naught by v into n. 5.5 plus 3.3 by 5.5 into n is replaced by 5.5 by 2.3. On solving this, it is equal to 3.83 hertz. It is the first problem. So the next problem is a railway engine moving with a speed of 60 meter per second passes in front of a stationary listener. The real frequency of the whistle is 400 Hz. Calculate the frequency heard by the observer when engine is approaching the listener. Second one, engine is moving away from the listener. Engine is approaching. Here the observer is at rest, V naught equal to 0. N dash is equal to, first case N dash equal to V by V minus Vs into N. Here, so clearly see the situation here. This is the position of the observer. Engine is approaching towards the observer, V naught equal to 0. Sound velocity V and Vs in the same direction. Therefore, N dash is equal to V minus V naught 0 by V minus Vs into N. That's why V by V minus Vs into N, velocity of the sound is taken as 340 by 340 minus 60 into 400. It is 485.5 Hz. Suppose if the engine is moving away from the observer, V by V plus Vs into N, this is the apparent frequency. 340 by 340 plus 60 into 400, this is nearly 340 Hz. This is the problem. Next, third one. The frequency of a note emitted by a source changes by 10% as it moves away from the observer. As moves towards the observer with the same speed, by what percent will the apparent frequency will be different from the actual frequency? Do you understand? The frequency of the note emitted by a source changes by 10% as it is moving away from the observer. As it is moving away from the observer. Away from the observer means compulsory apparent frequency will be decreases. Apparent frequency will be decreases. So, if the source is moving away from the observer, N dash is equal to V by V plus Vs into N. N dash is equal to 0.9 into N. 0.9 into N. Because it is given frequency of the source, frequency of the sound will be decreases by 10% means remaining 90%. 90% means 0.9. But N dash is equal to 0.9 into N is equal to V by V plus Vs into N. From this, Vs is equal to V by 9. Vs equal to V by 9. Now, when the source moves towards the observer, source is moving towards the observer, N double dash is equal to V by V minus Vs into N. V into N by V minus Vs is replaced by V by 9. That is 9 by 8 into N. Therefore, the percentage change. As the source is moving towards the observer, compulsory apparent frequency is greater than the real frequency. Percentage increase. N double dash minus N by N into 100. N double dash minus N by N into 100 means N double dash is equal to 9 by 8. N double dash by N is equal to 9 by 8. So N double dash by N minus 1 means 9 by 8 minus 1. 9 by 8 minus 1 means 1 by 8. 1 by 8 into 100. 1 by 8 into 100 is equal to 12.5%. Right? Okay. Next one. An observer starts moving with uniform acceleration small a towards a stationary sound source emitting a whistle of frequency n. As the observer approaches the source, the apparent frequency heard by the observer varies with the time as. Here these are the given options. Apparent frequency of the sound varies with the time as by the given diagrams. Which one is correct? Here what is the required condition? Observer starts moving with uniform acceleration small a towards a stationary sound source. Towards a stationary source means Vs equal to 0. For an observer approaching a stationary source, N dash is equal to V plus V naught by V into N. N dash is equal to dividing with V, 1 plus V naught by V into N, or N plus multiplying with N plus V naught is also equal to AT. Observer velocity is equal to AT by V into N. Therefore, N dash is equal to A into N by V into T plus N. This equation will be similar to Y is equal to mx plus c, because on x direction there is a time parameter and y direction there is N dash. So y dash is equal to, or y equal to mx plus c. M means slope. Slope is positive and y intercept is positive. So that's why it is similar to y equal to mx plus c. Though therefore the given one is a straight line with positive y intercept having a slope of a n by b. So in these four diagrams, the slope is 0, negative slope. Its slope is not constant. So the correct option is second one, positive slope and also having positive y intercept. Right? Okay. Also, this is another problem. Two cars are moving on two perpendicular roads towards a crossing with uniform speed 72 km per hour and 36 km per hour. If the first car blows a horn of frequency 280 Hz, then the frequency of the horn heard by the driver of second car when the line joining them makes an angle 45 degrees with the roads will be dash. This is the situation. First car, this is the second car. Both are moving perpendicular to each other. A is moving towards the crossing. B is also moving towards the crossing. Both are perpendicular. Velocity of the first one VA and for second one is VB. Here which one is taken as source? A will produce the sound. A will produce the sound. That's why it is taken as the source. This sound will be heard by the driver inside the another train B. That's why it is taken as the observer. This is observer. It is the source and this is the observer. Here this is the source velocity. This makes an angle 45 degrees with the line joining both the trains. Component of VA along this direction is VA cos 45 and this is VB. It is also 45 degrees. It is VB cos 45. Here the sound is taken from A to B. Sound velocity is equal to A to B. It is V. So in this situation, VA cos 45 is taken as positive and VB cos 45 is taken as negative. And observed velocity is negative, source velocity is positive. Therefore, initially VA equal to 72 kmph. Meter per second lo convert cheste 72 into 5 by 18 in 20 and VB is equal to 36 into 5 by 18 is 10. N dash is equal to V plus VB cos 45 by V minus VA cos 45 into N.